So you got a Golden State team, already Jimmy Butler out for the season. Steph Curry's knee is barking at him, so he won't play tonight. Give me a State of the Warriors speech.
Yeah, they made a couple moves, but not impactful moves.
Steph Curry, like everyone else, is disgusted with the Warriors' performance both on and off the court. The Warriors have failed him so badly, it's actually disgusting. While the rest of the league actively supports its aging superstars, the Warriors have failed to construct a championship team around Steph. The greatest shooter in NBA history will soon be 38, but he's still performing at a level that most franchises spend decades hoping to touch once. So why aren't the Warriors helping him end his career on a high? And what is left for Curry now as this season progresses? Around the league, there's no confusion about what the Warriors are anymore. And the way people talk about them tells you everything about how far this situation has slipped. Even Steph Curry himself said, and I quote, "One of my mentors used to say, your perspective will change when the information changes." Right now, the information is we were close and still in that fight to be in that championship conversation with this current team. Coach Kerr, myself, Draymond, and then Jimmy gets hurt, and the information changes, and you're trying to figure out in real time. This new perspective means the bar quietly shifted from contending to simply remaining visible. That same reality came through even more bluntly when Kendrick Perkins said this.
Do you think that this is a piece for Steph to compete this year in the play?
Hell no.
And Perkins didn't stop there either.
I don't think Steph is just too thrilled about this.
This is what every NBA and Warriors fan sees. It's clear that there is a disconnect between what the organization is doing and what its franchise player reasonably expects at this stage of his career. Taken together, these aren't hot takes or fan complaints. They are quiet consensus statements from people who understand how contention windows actually work. The Warriors are operating like a team trying to stay respectable, while Steph Curry is still playing like someone who deserves a Real shot. So why let the destiny he built die even before he is retired? What makes this situation uncomfortable isn't just that the Warriors are no longer dominant. It's that the illusion of dominance is gone too. Like, maybe you can survive missteps when you're still feared, but you cannot survive them when the rest of the league has already moved on. In fact, former players and fans are actively making a mockery of the state of the Warriors dynasty. Now,
there's 4 championships. How many players are left from that championship? 4 rings. 2? It ain't no motherfucking dynasty team then.
2 Hall of Famers.
It's just 2 players on the team. That's it.
You have no chance.
In that moment, the Warriors stopped being a continuation of something great and started looking like a relic, trying to justify its place in the present. That was probably too much coming from players with shallow careers. But the fact is, dynasties are not banners. They are evidence that a team is made of champions. And Golden State right now have only 2 champions, Curry and Draymond. What's left is history, not structure. And even the coach who many Golden State fans want sacked right now has admitted to this.
You know, we are no longer the 17 Warriors, dominating the league. We are a fading dynasty. We know that. Everybody knows that. So what is up to us? How do we carry ourselves night to night? How connected are we? And can we give ourselves another swing at the...
Unfortunately, this was just more ammo for those who wanted to ridicule the Warriors.
Coach said we are not a dynasty. We are dying.
Say a fading dynasty. We are fading.
Fading. He said they fading.
Just trying to stay relevant.
You know, like when you put the shirt in the wash machine too many times, and that motherfucker fading slow. It's no longer a black shirt no more.
Everyone can see what's happening at the Bay. But why is it this bad? Last season, they also had a poor start until they got Jimmy Butler. Although this season, even with Butler, hasn't been remarkable. The team still believed until Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. Steph reflected on the impact, saying, "Me and Coach and Draymond talk about it a good amount. The way our contracts are aligned, the fact that last year we had such a clear identity and we were so close to getting over the hump. So what next?" Now they've tried and failed to get Giannis Antetokounmpo and are left with an aging team. So is the front office and management the Dubs' problem, or is it aging? At this point, the easiest explanation is also the laziest one. The Warriors are old, dynasties end, and time eventually catches everyone. That part is true, but it is also incomplete. Because aging by itself is not a failure. What separates competent organizations from complacent ones is how they respond once age becomes a factor. Charles Barkley put the surface-level reality plainly here.
Where's Golden State in your mind now?
Oh, over the hill. That's where they are. You know where the hell they are, Tom.
Chuck went even further.
The Warriors just old. Steph is on the Mount Rushmore, but he's gonna keep breaking down because of age and wear and tear. I don't think Jim is the same player, and Draymond's definitely not the same player. But they just got old, and there's nothing you can do about that.
But what makes that observation sting is that Barkley isn't questioning Steph's greatness. He's pointing out that Steph is still elite while the structure around him is decaying. That distinction is crucial. Aging stars do not need perfect teams, but they do need intentional ones. Other franchises have responded to this stage by consolidating talent. LeBron James as Luka and Austin Reeves in LA, while Kevin Durant has teamed up with Alperen Sengun and Amen Thompson in Houston. Rather than replicate this at the Bay, Golden State has done the opposite, stretching timelines, overvaluing youth, and hoping familiarity can substitute for high-level support. And what's the result? A team that looks tired, not just physically, but conceptually. Right now, the Warriors are quietly losing definition. And when that happened around a player like Steph Curry, who has given so much to the Warriors, it feels so disgusting. Charles Barkley, one of the Warriors' biggest haters, called it.
The biggest loser in the whole thing is Steph. Because they were not contenders. Now Steph is going to finish the last part of his career on a mediocre team. And that's the thing that's disheartening about it.
Indeed. When all of this gets stripped down to its consequences, there's only one person absorbing the cost. It isn't the front office, which already has banners in the rafters. It isn't the organization's legacy, which is secure no matter how this ends. It's Steph Curry, who now has to accept that he cannot finish his career on top. That's the disgusting part. It's not that the Warriors fell off, but that they allowed the fall off to happen when they still had a high-performing Steph Curry. It's like having a powerful gun and enemies and failing to buy ammunition. While on TV, Shaq frankly put the nail in the coffin with this.
Give me a State of the Warriors speech.
Yeah, they made a couple moves, but not impactful moves. So, they're still a okay team. I thought that they were going to make at least one last move to go for that one last run.
They got the pods from the trade, and while they are a decent player, we all know they can't move the needle when it matters. And it's quite visible to see every time Steph leaves the floor. It's visible every time a strong individual performance ends in a narrow loss, and every time the season ceiling feels capped before it even begins. That is the cost of organizational hesitation, and Steph Curry is the one paying it in real time. The Warriors built one of the greatest dynasties basketball has ever seen, and for years, they did almost everything right. But when the league changed and Steph Curry moved into the final elite phase of his career, the same precision disappeared. What's left is a team caught between honoring its past and committing to its present, while its greatest player continues to perform as if neither excuse applies to him. This isn't about blaming age or injuries or the natural end of a run. It's about recognizing that Steph Curry is still good enough for title contention, but the Warriors have failed him badly. And if you want to understand just how clearly this situation has already been diagnosed, watch Charles Barkley was totally right about Steph Curry next.